Here we go. All ones.
And now, Chrome of the Askapoi Oi trip explains Christmas.
Greetings and esteem to Leader of Leaders of Askapoi. This sport Kremyo Acidrit is being pleased to provide utility in reporting on quaint human tradition, Christ Mass. The Mass of Christ is to being a ritual of the humans that is of the years imperial 5,000 ago. Proceedings of ritual include slaughtering of conifer and desecrating of corpse with baubles of pretty, boas of metal, and lights of polychrome. Bringing of excess of food and objects to nest for exchanging. Sacrificing of Taifam finances to be stimulating of economy of Oitrep. Chanting of words being known as K-rolls that are the carrying of memory of ancestors for education of uncasted humans. Venerating of uncasted human Christ in nest of poor quality. Hatching of Christ from egg laid by female human without being present of other sexes. Figure of deistic to be serving as male and facilitator both. Yesquadre analog being called the Claws of Santa, with psionics of clairvoyance and teleportation, making deliverings of rewards for harmonious behavior to billions of uncasted humans across space. And the gathering of many humans in places of ritual preparing until critical amount is to being reached. This is being known as critical mass, and is of being great importance to followers of Cathol. As esteemed leader of leaders can be concluding, the human Mass of Christ is to be embodying atavism of great excitation.
That was Chrome of the Askapoi Oi trip explaining Christmas. Badly.
It's been a long road, riffing and drinking beer. It's been a long round, but my telecrists are finally here, and I will see my grip come alive at last. I will get green tags, and they're not gonna bog me down no more. No, they're not gonna ban me again, 'cause I will scream and bark. I'm going where my greed will take me. I got faith to believe I can steal anything. I'm robust in the soul. No one's gonna beat or break me. I can reach any room. I will scream. I will scream. I will scream. I will scream and fall.
All right, who wants to do a recap? Last time on Traveller, the crew found themselves at SeaWorld and got in a fight with Shamu. Will they be banned from SeaWorld for life?
Well, considering there were sapient orcas in this setting, we'd probably get charged for assault.
Definitely.
Yeah, so last time we managed to offload the primitive droid without paying any bribes to the local government. It just took some finagling. Then we jumped to Drelisar, where we started going on a shopping spree for, those sweet heavy weapons that at shops that don't ask, like, oh, do you have a license? Are you actually a real Star Merc outfit, or are you just pirates? Nah, they just sold us everything we wanted.
Yeah, they accepted your crayon written note that says I can do what I want.
They didn't even ask for one. They had one hanging from their store. We didn't ask if they had fucking FFLs or anything. But now we're planning on finishing up business here before we jump to Grendel to move freight and get some information on what's going on in Ildrisar. Meanwhile, if my projections are correct, the Tarai is going to reach Rentarna before while we're here. So the Kukri will be receiving word of what happened as we're on our way out of this system.
Okay, and I think you forgot one thing, that you did find the a crazy guy on the street that looked like the guy from Ancient Aliens who talked to Anitas, and during that he said, "Yeah, they stole his sanity, and you've seen one of them. I can't remember my exact phrasing, but was definitely referring to one of the some of the coins and saying you have it." And later on, our friend Chrome actually is now picking up a psychic signal from the coins, or the second chance coin that you have. And they brought the two Gurkha soldiers in uniform with the same unit affiliation, brought this crazy guy after he was harassing Anitas into the Solomani syndicate headquarters that you guys were checking out to find fellow Bebop.
I forget. I thought we had been trying to find the Bebop because of the armor, so we ended up abandoning the front of that facility after asking them where to hunt things down. And eventually, after finding some very, very not actually BWAP adult sites, we instead had Scar figure it all out and basically telling you just no, this way, stupid.
But you did find your power armor. But,
yes.
I was basically covering plot points. So
yes.
Yeah, the last session was mainly a shopping spree.
Phase plasma rifle in the 40-watt range.
Yeah. Was that the second or third time you guys have asked me for one of those? Is that even in the book? So I'm about to say yes.
Just EMP, yeah.
But,
And CJ received a cunning cape.
Oh yeah, we also got 12 artillery missiles. That's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
So is there a difference between an artillery missile and a missile?
Yeah, the regular missiles have a hard time tracking going down to ground targets, especially stuff that's smaller than a starship. The artillery missile isn't good at maneuvering midair to track stuff that's evading, but it will. It's more accurate against fixed positions like ground targets.
Okay.
So
Think Harpoon versus Tomahawk. One's anti-ship, the other one's surface attack.
Yeah.
That was a terrible analogy, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Okay, the latest ones do both on Tomahawk, I know.
Okay, so I think Aaron, you want to open up with you're picking up a psychic signal from the coins. Where are the coins located on the ship?
I was under the impression we had them secured in
They're in Denton's vault.
A little Fisher Price safe on the bridge with like 2 keys.
Yeah, I thought you had like a Geiger counter, a bottle of like whiskey, or bottle of some kind of booze, and the coins, and that was all that was in there.
Yeah.
Geiger counter's inside the safe.
And
Yes.
don't forget the cowboy hat in case of thermonuclear warfare.
Ride that on the artillery missile all the way down to the starport.
Wouldn't you have to like glue it to the EVA suit?
Yeah.
And
Or
a
you
lot
could
of cowboy hats, and especially Stetsons. If you're riding with them, they have a strap to keep them on while you're riding.
Oh, that's a terrible idea to give me.
Yeah, the higher tech level EVA suits don't necessarily have to have the huge bubble helmet either. As the technology improves, they get sleeker and more form fitting. Or alternatively, you can go for the full like 1950s retro futurist view, and you just have the big fucking bubble helmet with the antenna spike.
Oh yeah. You
So
wear a cowboy hat inside the bubble. That's good. Sorry, we're gonna
Yeah,
say
there you go.
It's very StarCraft with the Marines smoking inside the power armor.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I'm a polite little droid, and so I'm going to go to Denton's quarters and knock on the door, or do the chime, or whatever to get permission to enter.
So Denton, you get a knock and a ding on your door.
I immediately start hiding whatever illicit documentation I was going through and looking very guilty.
It's like nuke. You're hiding it like it's porn, but it's like nuke specs.
Yes.
Nuke. It's just nukes in erotic positions.
Why are your ceremonial trousers on the floor?
Don't mind that. Don't mind that.
All
I
right,
was engaged in very professional activity. Very professional. What do you want?
Yes. Denton Warrior Friend, this sport has been the receiving of psionic signal from the habitation of yours and requests inspection of the coinus.
The coinus?
Yes, I'm using the proper join term for a coin.
Okay. I was wondering what that was.
Psionics, you say. So tell me, have you ever seen a salami drink water?
You say Salami or Solomani?
Solomani, sorry.
Salami's a pejorative.
Actually, no, he mispronounces it because he's just like that.
I don't think that I know Alice's Solomani, do I?
We don't know.
None of us
That's
do.
up to you to figure. It's up to you to decide if you know that if she's Solomani or not.
In that case, Chrome just gives a baffled shrug and head tilt.
If I was playing a droid or my preferred Varger, I'd just be like, wait, there's different types of humans?
When was the last time you drank water? Was it before or after you started having these powers?
Oh no.
I like where this is going.
Does he legitimately want an answer from me, or is this just Denton being weird?
No, this is him legitimately asking, going like just waiting expectantly.
This sport was the drinking of water recently with barbecue?
So it's not the water that was on the ship. That is fine. That's fine. It means we haven't been poisoned. You should change your drinks.
Of course, Denton Warrior Friend. Please for the inspecting of coinus?
Very well. While we're here, what did the voices say anything else about what was going on in this room before you came in? No? Good. A very secret, private affair that's very important to the future of this crew. And he just sort of nudges the nuke pictures under the desk.
Put some pornography over it so it doesn't catch on.
And then opens the safe and hands over the coins and saying, which ones do you want?
Well, since Ones has told me which one it is, I know which one it is, and it's that odd second chance coin that had a weird mojo to it.
So Den's just going to pick this up and just inspect it for a moment. Obviously, he has absolutely no idea what the hell he's looking at, and just flicks it like flipping a coin over.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happens. It seems to for somebody who's not psychic or drawing, probably doesn't know too much about the coins themselves. It seems like a normal brass coin with the imprint of one glyphs on it.
Dent has absolutely no idea what he's looking at. He paid zero attention during any cultural classes, so he's just looking at the pretty pictures. So he hands that coin over.
This sport is being much thankful, Denton Warrior Friend.
Yes. In the future, do watch what you're drinking and tell me if you see any salami around.
Of course, Denton Warrior Friend.
Now leave me. I have important matters to attend to for the next 20 minutes.
Smile and nod, back out of the room, let the door close.
Maintain eye contact.
I can just picture Chrome coming up to Anitas and going, "What's a salami?" and her actually getting a giant salami out of the fridge.
I like that. Anita's technician friend, are salami to be drinking of the water?
I don't know. I've never put one in a bucket before. Let's go find out. For science.
Okay, as you put the salami in a bucket of water, it seems to float there. Actually, does salami float or does it sink? I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm pretty sure.
Test. I've got some in the fridge.
CJ, no.
I don't want to because it's really good salami. For science, maybe.
Is it Dominican salami or is it normal salami? Dominican salami is the best. Badass breakfast food. Some fried cheese, some Dominican salami, some mango. You're rocking it.
So anyway, Chrome is going to adjourn to his quarters because everyone is crazy now. Apparently, he's gonna assume a meditation position, and the coin's gonna be in front of him, and he's gonna meditate, and he's gonna reach out to it psionically, and I'm going to cheese weasel the rules here because I want to maximize my chances of success. So I am going to go slower. And this usually takes seconds, so it will take minutes. And it will improve my DM by 2 on this. And I'm probably going to have to crank up the psi range twice. So that'll cost me like 4 psi points to work. But let's see what happens as I roll psi here. Okay, I rolled really well. I rolled an 11 plus 1 for my psi is 12.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, as you look into the psychic presence of this coin, for lack of a better word, you start seeing little different visions. It seems to be first you kind of like you're watching like a third person video of some kind of history. You see the guy. Were you there with Anitas when the guy talked to her?
No.
Okay. You see a guy that looks like the Ancient Aliens guy, but he's actually put together nice. He has a Terran uniform. Would you know what a Terran uniform is? But,
I mean, I would think so, considering that I'm friends with Denton.
no, well, he's
Terran, I'm sorry, not Imperial. Then no.
well, he has a human uniform, blue in color, some different insignia, but it looks very similar to an Imperial uniform. Just colors are a little bit different, and the insignia are different. Very well put together, and he's talking to a droid. And in this conversation, he's like, and so in exchange for immortality, you take my sanity. I think we can do a deal of that, and also in return, we'll get our own cachet for Project Prometheus. And the droid you're looking for is kind of cast in shadow and darkness. And he's like, yes, that would be a perfect deal for me. Yes, the technology need for your project will be provided by me and my associates. And flip to another scene, and you see Anitas and the same gentleman, but now he's all disheveled and wearing kind of like a crappy suit that's not fit right. And he's talking to Anitas. You hear him saying like, "Oh, they stole my sanity. They stole it." But you've seen it. You've seen the and then 2 Gurkha soldiers come and grab him. But when you see it, it's kind of like you kind of hear a crossover of kind of like what he's thinking and what he's saying are very different. And he's saying you get the empathy of, yes, you have what I need to regain my sanity. I need it back. Can I get it from you? But at that time, the Gurkha soldiers bring him into the building, and you pinpoint the location of where these kind of the signals coming from, and you see it flips to a picture, vision of him sitting in a bedroom, laying on the floor, and as you look into his eyes, he looks at his eyes open and looks at you. I see you, and then it cuts out.
And then there's like a dramatic zoom on Chrome's face as he opens his eyes and taps, and the link is broken.
Leg is broken? What?
Link.
The link.
Link is broken.
Okay, so I'm obviously quite distraught by this, and so
how much do you know about ancient droid history? I'm not sure how much the droid actually know about a lot of that stuff.
well, I mean, I don't have any specific skill in that regard.
Give me an education roll.
Just raw education?
Do you have a history or any kind of knowledge skill that would go with knowing history?
I mean, not unless you want me to use my sports skill, which honestly doesn't seem to fit.
Okay. Just give me a straight history roll.
That'd be science, social, or just straight EDU.
Okay, I'm gonna have to start filming my die rolls because I'm getting ridiculously good ones here. I don't want y'all to think I'm cheating. 11 and 3 is 14.
Okay, you definitely, although the drawing cast in shadow looked to be a drawing, you don't think it was a true drawing.
Like a chirper?
The chirpers aren't that intelligent. They're feral. So the player doesn't like where this is going, but the character doesn't know.
I'll let you kind of how much you think you're. I think you figured it out as a player, but let's see if you're. I'll let you figure out as a PC what you feel like. Holy shit! Yeah, that was crazy. My cats just started fighting each other.
Aslan's in the background. We can hear him from in the ship.
Okay, so I'm clearly not going to keep this to myself. I am a good little party member. So first, I'm going to go run to Anitas, who is apparently doing an experiment on the buoyancy.
So as you show up in there, and she's putting the salami in the bucket of water, it sinks.
Have the Highlander mercenaries been watching by any chance?
There's already when you're in the cargo bay doing this, and they ask you what you're doing. They have already now like a huge debate between the Highlanders has broken out. And they're some are saying it'll float, some will say it'll sink. Money's starting to change hands, and as you do that, there's a whole bunch of like, and then everybody kind of looks at Chrome as he walks in.
Right. So essentially, what's going to happen is I'm going to run in. I'm holding the Uki chance coin. I'm going to hold it up before me and basically just make a noise of alarm in the direction of Anitas, just sort of and then with my other hand, I'm going to grab her by a wrist or whatever and start pulling her. No, that would be crass. And then I'm going to start pulling her in the direction of Count Robard, leader friend.
Okay. As you
Anitas literally knocks the bucket over, fumbling the salami, but catches it and then is just kind of carrying it.
It's like my salami.
Your emotional support salami.
No, the experiment's not done yet. She has to try different densities of it and different shapes and cuts of it.
Right. So one drone, one BWAP, and one salami are currently looking for.
And as you get pulled out of the room, all the Highlanders are like, we're not done yet. And kind of like little like muttering as she gets quieter as you go down the corridor.
I don't know where Robart is. I mean, I guess I'll start with his room and.
I'm in the room. I'm staring in sort of. I'm staring in fascination of what's going on and just.
You're staring into the mirror, like, yeah, I'm unknowable.
Oh, so you're actually watching the shenanigans with the salami?
Yes, just watching, and it's like,
wait a minute. Do you have a security camera set up that's linked to your stateroom, so you can just watch everything that's going on the ship?
I mean, I could, but I just prefer to think I was just watching in the room itself. I mean, could have been, yeah, could have been. It's like, what madness is this?
We're in the cargo bay with the Highlanders and everybody. Okay, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't have to go down the corridor. It's just room. He's sitting quietly in the back corner. Nobody noticed him.
Well, then with Anitas in tow, again, I go to Count Robard, leader friend, and I've got the coin in front of me, and I just look at him and I just panicked, go, bad thing.
Oh, what sort of bad thing? Was there something wrong with the salami?
Okay, Rome does a panicked look around. Basically, do you want me to do this in front of all of the people here? Is the body language?
Okay, come with me, and we just take it to the stateroom.
I'm guessing that Chrome is still holding on to one of Anitas's arms.
Yes.
So she's kind of frog marched along with you guys, still holding the salami in front of her, noticing that it's dripping some water all over the ship.
And as you guys cross one of the rooms, you see Alice peek out of her door and just kind of give you a really weird look. Because you three are just walking down the corridor, this big salami.
So the moment Kent Robard's door closes, and I can't do this in character, but what's going to happen is Chrome takes a deep breath and then just in one long verbal diarrhea just explains everything from getting the weird feeling to getting the coin, from Denton to meditating on it to all the things he saw and heard and how it involved Anitas and the guy with immortality and the drawing that wasn't a drawing and he could see me and
Okay. Do you know where this drawing that isn't a drawing actually is?
Is the drawing that isn't a drawing in the room with us right now?
Is this drawing that isn't a drawing in this room with us right now? Can you see him?
Anitas looks at the salami, back at Chrome, at the salami, and then at Count
Maybe the
Robert's.
salami is the droid.
Count Robert's really nice, sweet, all set how it's supposed to be. And she knows it would be a faux pas to set the salami down, but she wants to comfort Chrome, so she kind of just eventually leans forward, stretches her arm out, and hands Robert the salami, and then turns back to Chrome and starts patting her. Patting him.
I just put the salami in the waste paper basket for now, and
Then wipe your hands off.
So GM, I assume, given the narrative structure, that's all the information I'm going to get on the mysterious drawing in Shadow, and there's no way for me to get more information or link to it or whatever. But if I'm wrong, please tell me.
Yeah, that's about all you get. Yeah, you were pretty sure that drawing's not a proper drawing, but definitely, I'm pretty sure you as a player know what it is, but I'll let you figure out or kind of choose what you think Chrome would have gathered from that.
Well, right now, I'm just going to go with Chrome doesn't know, but something is wrong and it bothers him. But now he's done his droinish duty of reporting it to the leader, and now it's the leader's problem. And Anitas was brought along because she interacted with the human, and maybe there's something she can share. Now, if the rest of the party wants to be brought in, that's cool. It's up to the leader.
And Anitas is still just comforting Chrome as best she can, and occasionally looking at the waste paper basket with the salami, and feeling a little scandalized.
Alice has joined the group after hearing the commotion in the hallway because we thought something interesting is finally happening after spending a solid 12 hours repairing the ship.
Give me an engineering check.
Mean Goat did that after the end of the session last time.
No, this is for fixing the 0.10% or 0.0001% off of the turrets for the
That's
section 1.
12.
Okay, you've got it down to 0.000001 off. Almost there.
Ah, yes, perfect. I'll spend a whole hour just fine-tuning a screw or something like that.
A little set screw. So yes, Alice walks in as you guys are having this conversation and salami abuse.
The poor salami.
Did you say that in person?
Yeah, I was just standing in the door staring at this salami, entirely bewildered.
I pass it to you then.
So you pull it out of the trash can and hand it to her?
Yes.
He just doesn't accept it. You try to give it to her and she takes a step back. It's like, that's none of my business. Give that to somebody else.
Fair enough.
I don't want your wet salami.
I'd say it's still fairly rigid, but fair enough.
That's a
This
science
episode going
salami.
to have to be soaked salami.
It's a science salami, though. Alice, it's important.
I know what you're talking about. Do your science with this salami elsewhere. I don't want to hear anything about it anymore.
Well, Denton said that salamis don't drink water, so we weren't sure what to do.
There's this red glare in her eyes. I'm gonna kill him. Because she obviously understands the joke that is attempting to be made. So Chrome is calming down after getting it all out of his system, and Anita's, there. And also noticing that leader isn't leading, and so will do his best puppy dog eyes, even though he's a lizard bird, and go, Count Robard, leader friend, what is to be doing? Please
Yes.
issuing commands.
I think we should tell the rest of the crew, and we can figure out a plan from that. I think I'm understanding things right.
So you go over to.
You don't know where this thing is, where this. If I've understood it correctly, you don't know where this thing that isn't a thing is.
What thing that isn't a thing?
Drawing that is not drawing.
A drawing that is not a drawing.
This sport does not know location of drawing not drawing.
But it's close by, or it might be.
But human that drawing not drawing touch and to be taking of mind for eternal life. Anitas is to be knowing where to find. Yes, Anitas technician friend.
Anitas just has this startled, oh god, I'm center of attention, and she has no idea what you're talking about because she... Have you really described the guy's actual features yet?
Yes, he was described as being looking like a more disheveled version of what's his name from Ancient Aliens with the wacky Centauri hair.
Well, yes, but also human or Sophont human style people are kind of also all look the same, more or less, especially the dirty ones.
So you're telling me we have to find the crazy person in this dump?
Yeah. I mean, are you talking about like?
1 second.
Well, see, there was a guy. I mean, Captain Scar saw him.
Okay, I'll call Scar and ask him to come over.
All right, you call Scar, and you hear there's a ton of noise that sounds like free jazz and people talking and like a scuffle happening. And it's like, yes, Scar here.
Scar, could we have your presence?
What?
Could we have your presence on the ship? There's somebody that you may or may not know that could that you need to. We would appreciate your help searching for. There would also be a free salami in for.
I am on my way, and he hangs up.
Free salami, I'm on my way.
I know he's food motivated here.
Adidas shakes the salami off a little bit so that it's at least a bit more dry by the time Scar arrives.
Just pass you a handkerchief. It's like dry
arrives, and then the salami's in his peripheral vision, and like he like freaks out and like jumps back and hits his head on the bulkhead.
Like cats in a cucumber?
Yes. And then he looks like nothing happened, like, Scar here. What is the situation?
Anitas presents the salami with both hands.
That smells too cooked. I will not eat it.
So I've got a very good recon skill, and part of recon is remembering what I see and then briefing other people on it. So I'm pretty sure that the recon can be used not only to pass along the salient details of what I saw, but also to describe this human in enough detail that someone can recognize him. So my only question to you ones is, what stat am I using? I want to say intelligence, but I'm not certain.
I'll let you know what he looks like. You saw him from the vision. I'm not going to make you roll for you.
Could you draw him? Could you use like an art skill to draw him?
Oh, that's what you're going to do. Okay, yeah.
No, I don't have the art skill, but as I say, if someone has an art skill or a program...
I, in fact, do. I have an art skill painting 1.
Okay, so you're going to do a crime sketch of... let's do a teamwork test on this.
Yeah, hold on.
Intelligence, and then...
Recon?
Yeah, intelligence plus recon, and then... what skill would you justify for rolling with art?
You mean attribute?
Yeah, the attribute.
I would probably go education.
Okay, I see that because you
Maybe intellect.
went
I don't
to
know.
art school. Learn the classical skills of pop art from the 1980s Earth.
Okay, so
Or is just like, you summoned me from the bar for this?
It's all vector graphics.
so I break out a small canvas, pencil, and my oil paints, and I roll a 9 and construct an image of what's described to me.
And Aaron, what'd you roll?
Well, I have a 14 on describing what I see.
Okay.
So you could use the modifier from that, the effect from that for the painting.
So you get a plus, what is that, 6? There, Robert.
A 6 to that, or completes it, I think. So, are you sure that's to be a plus 6? Okay.
14 would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
15, then I think if it's a modifier of 6, that seems a bit high, but if it's...
Well, she had an effect of 6, which is added to yours. If you roll...
it's 15.
All right, 15. Yeah, you put together a really good painting. What style of painting did you do this in?
Hold on, I'm trying to think of it.
Watercolor. It looks like a Disco Elysium portrait.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, Disco Elysium portrait, absolutely.
All right. You have a pretty excellent painting. I guess this looks somewhat like watercolors. I'll post a picture of it here in our chat once I can get the chat going. There we go. So you got a really good painting of what this guy looks like. Neatus, you're like, I've seen him.
Oh yes, that guy.
He smelled funny.
I've seen him on every
He kind
planet.
of had a smell of like sugar and sour milk.
Ew.
You know,
I'm sure I know this guy actually.
You do?
No, Alice is like basically making a random statement that she's sure she's met this person before.
I know, and that's Anita saying you do.
No, not this one. I've met somebody like him. I'm sure.
Do you think he wants
social sciences, don't you, Alice?
Yeah.
Give me education plus social science.
That's a 12.
All right. You vaguely remember him from your history class of he was associated with one of the Hiroshi III's science bureau. His goals were, or his job was to kind of maintain, find ways of keeping in case the fall of the rule of man, finding ways of restoring it through scientific means.
Do we remember his name?
What was the actual ancient aliens guy's name?
Oh God.
I'm going to use that one. I'm looking it up now.
He was some
Giorgio.
American guy.
I'm not going to be able to pronounce that.
Sokolos.
Sokolos. Dr. Sokolos.
Sokolov.
That's a pretty good picture thing you did there. What is that?
Filters.
I just looked up ancient aliens guy painting.
All right. Scar is disinterested. He's just waiting for someone to tell him what he needs to do.
Anitas is very similar. She's basically at this point related, exactly where they were when, and that we saw the Gurkha at this point. Like, I'm sure we relayed all that information to everybody.
Oh wait, so the Gurkha sees the guy.
Yeah, you were there when it happened.
And he is many thousands of years old. Do humans even live that long?
I have a question for you guys.
No, not as far as I'm...
Can I give him a name if you don't have one?
Yeah, Dr. Sokolov.
Well, then what you're saying is he's connected with the cache we're searching.
Yes.
Then we should retrieve him.
Yes, we should. Definitely. But then again, it also sounds like maybe the Gurkhas already know what he knows from
Who cares what they know? We need to know what they know that we know.
You know? Once again, Alice recreates the Picard face palm gif like she had before when Scar bumped his head. I guess I could go and just ask for him.
No, if they yoinked him off the street, they obviously don't want him there. We're going to need to either insert ourselves covertly and retrieve him that way, or enact an all-out assault on the place.
You are aware that that is a horrible idea in this place.
There is no law. Who will stop us? Who will they report the crime to?
Well, considering what this place looks like, if we start a fight with the Gurkhas, one of the other gangs will most likely join in on one of the sides, and we might get caught in the crossfire. This whole place is a
Perhaps.
powder keg.
Well, Captain, what will you have us do? Captain?
I'm sorry. We'll go with if we.
In the as Alice realizes everybody's being very indecisive, she leaves to put on her combat gear.
I'm not.
So, hold on. Wait, this person is close by. Did I
He's
miss-
Yeah, the guy. We know the guy's in town,
yeah.
He's in town.
The Gurkhas yoinked him and put him in their base
and we know his name because Alice technically used to know him like 20
from a
years
history
ago.
class.
Yeah.
Right. I think we should try and scout out the area, and then, if needs be, try and knock it over.
So, given the range of my power, it's got to be within a half-kilometer radius.
Easy.
Yeah,
This is a habitat because it's not a shirt sleeves environment, so everything will be close by together. If you can home in on what his brain signature, what his thought pattern feels like, we can find out exactly where he is.
Yeah. If we can go around the perimeter of the facility and then locate him where he is in the facility.
I'm detecting his brain waves.
Yeah, telepathy.
Ooh. Fancy.
So does this mean that Anitas and Chrome are going undercover as two random lizard creatures just walking around a building lost?
Yes.
Alice probably would have a
Love this
better
cover.
chance of going undercover and being undiscovered immediately than you two.
I mean, we need Chrome's psychic power, though.
So, at once, considering that I've had a vision where I not only saw Dr. Sukas, but, he said he saw me and we had a bit of a mind link, would it be reasonable to assume that I could home in on him using the life detection power of telepathy?
Sure. I think we'd be limited within the range that you posted before.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, see, the thing is, I boosted it as much as I could, and so he's within a half-kilometer radius. So that's at most, Well, actually, I don't know how far we'd have to travel, but considering that life detection power has a reach of distance, I'm pretty sure I can make that happen.
I mean, we can generally assume he is somewhere within the office building that the Gurkhas own. And it certainly isn't going to be an office complex bigger than a kilometer squared.
It's not the biggest
So
building, but it's a nice building.
So standing outside, if he's in there, you should be able to detect him.
Yeah, life detection has a longer range than what I used to get the psychic vision in the first place. So it's within my range. It's just I've got a limited amount of psi points. I do have some psi drug, but not a lot. So I'm going to have to be careful with this.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you would find a bunch of illegal psychic drugs in a crime world.
No, I'm saying I bought some from my.
I'm saying you probably could find some on the planet too if you need more.
Oh, okay.
Out here on those droid perks, got me seeing shit. I talked to Yasko Dre. He said I was right.
I can see a dude through a wall. What is going on?
This shit don't mean nothing to me, man.
That shit don't mean nothing to me, man.
I sat down with Joseph Stalin. He said I'm a liar and that he's gonna execute me and my family.
So Anitas and I are gonna go investigating. Is it gonna be just us and we look, like a casual mixed species reptile couple, or is the whole party coming along?
I was just gonna come along to make sure you guys don't get killed.
Yeah, I'll be following along.
I'll be following from a distance because I'm just going to be walking around with my plasma rifle because this is that kind of station.
I'll be coming out because I'm going out looking for my lunch, aka the salami.
I need to get a new salami after that shit.
I think I need to be following behind Scar. I don't want to be in front of the plasma rifle.
Well, actually, Denton, before we actually engage in this operation, Anitas was going to go up to you and say, results were inconclusive, and then just hand you the salami.
Don't touch that. That's my lunch.
You might not want to eat it. It's been on the floor in a bucket. All of the Highlanders touched it. It's been hit against their heads, a wall. You can see some of Scar's fur on it.
Now it's just going to make eye contact and take a bite. And just slowly chew.
Give me an endurance check.
7. -1, so a 6.
Okay. I'll let you pick the level of -2 effect on eating some gross salami. How does it affect your character?
Desperately tried to keep a straight face and not throw it up. Just like you can tell, he's deeply, deeply uncomfortable, and it's just gagging inside. But he's not going to let it go as a matter of pride. It's just like
a few dry heaves, like
yeah.
Meanwhile,
Eyes going cross.
Anitas has brought out her little notepad thing and says, Denton likes his food with, and then lists all the different things that have been, like, done to the salami.
For ink stains, water, contact with at least 5 people.
Damn, I'm hungry. All this talk about salami, I'm like, God.
I'm getting hungry too, actually.
That's why I bought crab chips when I went to the Chinese restaurant, because I knew I would want to
love
snack
those.
during the
Yeah, I
session.
love the crab and the shrimp. I like the crab are a little bit stronger flavor, and that's why I like them.
Yeah.
You get the potato ones, or do you got the like the Chinese style, kind of like that foamy kind of, for lack of a better word?
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, those things are great.
Always get those. Don't get anything else. It's the best snack.
You
Only
find the
problem is
spicy-
they go away so fast.
if you find the extra spicy ones, those are really good too.
Y'all have some serious munchies going on here.
I gotta keep my energy up. I spent 5 hours outside today, okay? I didn't eat anything before that.
Okay, ones. So once again, in order to improve my chances of success, I'm going to increase it 1 increment. Normally, life detection takes tens of seconds, so gosh, it'll be minutes, which is very reasonable as we wander around the station and I look for the guy.
Okay. Hold on a second. When you guys are leaving your docking area, the spaceport, give me a recon roll. I could take a group test if you guys want. Or
I have no recon.
I have a 13 on my recon check.
Oh no, with intellect, is it? Oh, 7 anyway. Not high enough, probably.
did you roll it?
Yeah, I got 7, but somebody else
okay.
got 13.
You got 14 -1 with the teamwork test. I leave you at a 13. Still a high success. You're being trailed by 2 people in suits.
Ah, yes. Now we got the Stargate teams here to watch us. Oh yeah, just so everybody heard it, Alice would have given everybody in the party one of her little friend or foe HUD responders so they appear as friends during combat.
I remembered you mentioning that last time and almost got myself the friend or foe software for my new armor just so that I could use your tags too, but then I nah.
I bought like 40 of them, so if you do that, we can hand them out to the Highlanders.
Nice.
Cool.
So do these friend or friend foe things have basically a name tag on them, like so you can see on the HUD the person's name?
Yes, it's
but all the names are spelled wrong.
Ergonomics.
Okay, he's Denton's going to change his one to Nuke Master.
Alice is going to shoot you first.
That's a K, not a D.
So when I notice this, I'm going to, on our private comm channel, just indicate to, well, honestly, everyone, but I'm going to make sure that the 3 warriors in the group know that we're being followed so they can do warrior things.
Plasma gun is ready, sir.
They're currently trying to keep a discreet distance, but
Are they within 250 meters? Then they are in range of the plasma gun.
Ash.
they're within
I
reach.
just almost choked on my food.
So they're trying to keep a discreet distance. It looks like they're just trying to keep an eye on you. Doesn't look they're not carrying any obvious weaponry, but generally it's good to assume that somebody's always armed in this world. As you go
Would
down
you say
the
suit mean business suit?
yeah, more they're kind of wearing like nice flashy suits. Kind of one's wearing a burgundy one, the other one's wearing kind of a dark purple.
All right.
They're human, right?
Yes, they are human.
Okay.
Well, what are we doing? I don't know. My character doesn't know anything about losing a tail except by, killing it.
You know what? Just draw attention. Just draw attention, and I will.
All right. Scar turns around and starts marching up to the guys in suits like, you there! You don't like the world looking at me! You are courting death!
Well, that's a different way. Yes.
So as you walk up to him, they're like, "Hey, who's this guy? What are you trying to mess with us?"
Hey, who am I? You speak mighty words with none to hear him, and he extends his dew claws. He's like, do you have any honor, human? Or are you a tahi? How?
One of them reaches into their coat pocket and
I point the gun at him.
all right, give me a reflex.
Choose your next actions very carefully.
All right, give me a dexterity check.
Pure dexterity, 9.
Do you have a quick draw skill or something like that? I take guns. Gun combat.
It was like slung over me, so it's just
You guys are both kind of quick drawing right now. I'm trying to see who can get it out first. Who can get the draw on the other?
Wouldn't that just be gun combat?
Yeah, or heavy weapons, personal. Then it would be then it'd be a 10 for me.
Okay. I rolled 9 plus 2, 11. He gets it out just a second before you.
Damn.
And so you gonna take a dodge action or
no.
Nope. Okay. Let me.
You're just gonna eat it.
I'm just gonna eat it. I'm wearing fucking
9 plus 2. 11. That would be a hit. What's the damage of a Gauss pistol? Solomani.
Oh, that's
Gauss
bad.
pistol. Yeah, that's the problem with getting into gunfights at Law Zero. Everyone busts out the energy weapons.
Yeah, and Solomani.
Gauss pistol.
Solomani are renowned for using Gauss. 3d6. Let me grab one of these.
AP3.
And you're wearing your full
Oh,
combat kit.
it's mine.
I'm walking around with the boarding suit because it's it's the kind of world.
3, 5, 5, 2, 7 damage.
Okay, the suit eats it. I fire the plasma gun while loudly shouting, "He fired first! First blow, not me!"
The dishonorable dog fired before I did.
Yeah, I roll a modified 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Rolling
He's
damage.
wearing cloth armor 12, tech 12, which is, I believe, a 10 armor.
I rolled 60 damage. He's dead.
Wait,
Oh my god.
what the fuck?
So all that's left of him is just a pair of smoking shoes and the hole in the bulkhead behind him.
Yeah, it's basically the meme where it's like the emoji where it's the
Just
like,
a
the spare
smoking
emoji and he
shoe.
disintegrates. Yes.
Yeah, as you shoot him, you can see a skeleton for a split second as it slowly disappears into the wind, leaving just a pair of shoes and a smoking. As his smoking remains come out of the bottom, you hear his buddy go, "Oh shit!" And
You shouldn't have reached for his gun. I got scared.
all right, give me initiative check, guys.
All of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, this is going to be great.
I was just gonna duel him, but he had to go for his gun.
Yeah, you're dealing with some. They're not
What is initiative again? Is his endurance?
2d6.
No, it's
It's either
2d6 plus your
2d6, and then you can add either your intelligence or your dexterity.
Okay, I have an 8. I'll put it in chat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's an initiative channel on my Discord.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well, I rolled a 3. So Dent's just sitting there smoking a cigar, just watching someone casually get melted,
He's just like he's like
nodding
solid.
approvingly.
No, he just needs like 12 seconds to realize what's going on. Then the cigarette drops from his mouth. He's like, shit.
I don't think he'd lose a cigarette. All right. So I'll let you guys pick between Anitas or Chrome. Who wants to go first?
Well, what I'd like to do,
Be clean.
because I don't think Anitas. Well, Anitas, are you wearing your big planky power armor?
No, I would be in my armored caftan, which is a discreet thing that people can't tell is armored.
Okay, great. Then what I'm going to do, with Anitas's permission, is, I mean, we're close friends. We're getting kind of familiar. Once again, I'm going to grab her by the wrist, and it's just like, let's get out of the line of fire. And so I'm going to seek some cover and try and bring her along with me to get out of the line of fire. And also, break visual in case there are other people tracking us.
I think Anitas would also very, very rapidly go with Chrome in whichever direction because she does not want to get shot again. And last time she got shot, Chrome saved her life. So it's good to hang around the medic.
Okay. Give me a dexterity plus. Oh shit! I'm yelling at myself. Yeah, just to see how well you get out of the way. You're getting out of the way no matter what. I just want to see how well, what kind of cover, what kind of thing you're gonna be hiding in.
And I was wondering if stealth might be good. Not so much
stealth works. Yeah, stealth works.
Right. 12.
Okay, 12. You jump you hear it was a plasma gun you shot, correct, Scar? Yeah, as you hear the woof sound of a plasma gun firing, you grab Anita's hand and jump through a swinging door past a few security guys as even as they're like, "Oh shit, the asshole's going crazy." And you're in kind of like a little bar saloon as everybody's kind of like looking at you like, "Were you with that guy?" But he was kind of hanging in the back, so I don't think anybody knows. Okay, and I take Anitas. What do you do?
She'll draw her stunner and look for anyone threatening within the 10-meter range around her in Chrome, but otherwise stay very undercover.
Give me a recon check.
This is gonna go bad. 6.
All right, no, you don't see any bad guys anywhere. And who's next on initiative order? This would be 8. Since Scar and Alice have the same. Scar, you've already taken a. That was a pre thing, so I'll let you guys pick which one you guys want to go first.
I'll go first. I just yell at the humans. I say, "Stand, get on the ground. This can end in a duel, which is typically non-lethal, or we can fire a follow-up shot."
All right, sir, you're at the one guy. Give me a persuasion, or what's in this?
That'll be intimidation, I think.
Intimidation. There's a
persuade in the system. I rolled an 11.
Okay. As he was about to pull out his gun, he puts both hands up and then kind of backing off. Yeah, man. I don't need none of this.
Move towards me. We are going to resolve this discourtesy.
Those are a lot of big words. I don't understand.
Move towards me, human.
All right, he moves towards you.
I keep training the gun on him. That's my turn. Because there's 2 of them, right?
You blasted one. You disintegrated one.
There's 2 left.
There's 2, not 3.
Are they both? Yeah. Are they both coming towards me?
No, you killed one.
I know, but there were 3. Now there's 2.
Did I say 3? I thought there were 2 to begin with.
Yeah, I thought there were 2.
So there's just
I think it was 2. Yeah, originally.
Then I'm just training my gun on him while he approaches me as I set up a duel. That's my turn for now.
Okay, Alice.
Is there like what's the area like? You said that Anitas and Chrome just disappeared into an alleyway, into a door. Yeah, but like what is there cover somewhere?
Yes, this is a very big corridor. It's a underground. Oh yeah, you weren't at the last session.
No, I was there.
Okay.
I know what it's supposed to look like. I just mean like, is there like a convenient cover where I could cover it from both sides?
Yeah, there's plenty of things to on the street. Different merchants, bars, cargo things, little segways that people ride around on.
Okay,
stuff like that.
So Alice uses the moment where Scar's still screaming at the guy to kind of duck into another doorway that isn't the bar. It's like something that doesn't look like somebody's about to come out of it. And then she's just getting ready and using her friend or foe HUD to scan the area for anybody like drawing guns, getting ready, you know?
No?
That's a...
I thought you were telling me no. Give me a recon check. No.
No, I meant like, I'm
opening fire.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open fire into the alley like a crazy person. That's a 5.
Okay,
I don't have recon as a skill.
All right, you don't see anything just yet, and so we're gonna go into the next round. Anitas and Aaron, what are you guys doing?
Okay, well, I noticed that Anitas was looking around, and I think that's a good idea. So I'm also going to look around using recon and just make sure that no one else is sneaking up behind us, or we haven't attracted negative attention by running and hiding.
All right. As you're give me a recon check, you can see people kind of after the plasma shot, people are kind of getting out of the line of fire, but definitely kind of like in an old Western, kind of getting a ring around and kind of watching.
So, I see everything because I rolled boxcars and I've got a 3 recon and 3 intellect, so I've got an 18.
All right, you see,
Oh my god.
you see a group of four guys similarly dressed, making their way through the crowd, moving towards Scar. But they're kind of in the crowd. Scar probably hasn't noticed them yet.
So I figure like as a free action, I can over my comms do something like,
Yeah.
Scar incoming 3 o'clock.
Yes, you can.
Oh, Scar incoming 3 o'clock.
I mean, something like that. I don't really know how it's. But I'm giving my friends a heads up, and I think that's everything I can do this round.
Then Scar pivots to 3 o'clock. Do I see any obvious
Yeah,
hostiles?
you see 4 guys who are pushing their way through the crowd, moving towards you. But currently, there's too many of the crowd to shoot at you.
Don't
And,
forget
people are
Anita's
kinda-
moves.
I'm sorry.
Don't forget that Anita's moves before Scar.
Okay, I'm just explaining what he sees. So
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, and they're if you don't do anything, they're gonna get through the crowd by the end of this round. You can run or do I don't know what you want to do. Then we're gonna go to Anita's.
I'm guessing that there's still no one within the 10-meter range, and moving out to actually fire with just a stunner is stupid. So she's just going to keep taking cover until a threat comes closer.
You can also take aim. So when take an action, you see, because I'm sure you heard Aaron call out where these people are, so you can prepare yourself and take aim.
I
And
would
that'll give
like
you
to do that with it.
Yeah, and that'll give you a +1.
That would be perfect.
Okay, let's go to Alice. I think you went before Scar last time, or do you guys want to switch it up because you guys have the same initiative?
I don't care. Whatever, Scar.
So Scar yells, "Stand back! An honor duel is going to take place. Interfere at your peril." And then he pivots back to the guy that he was pointing the gun at and says, You have committed the grave discourtesy of failing to apologize for impoliteness. I will duel you to the honor. We need an arbitrage, a referee. And then he asks, Do you accept?
He just goes in swinging.
He goes in swinging?
Yeah, because he doesn't have a weapon in his hand. But as you turned around and looked at where the bad guys were coming from, he's taking that chance to.
Oh, he's trying to take a cheap shot at me?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I'm assuming, so he gets to take a shot? Okay, let's resolve that.
Okay, I rolled a 10 plus 1. That'd be an 11.
All right, so I take the hit.
And what is open hand damage? Just strength?
1d6. It's 1d6 plus your strength bonus.
All right, 7 damage. Or 5.
He just bonks me on my armor plating and it hurts his fucking hand. And Scar just says, "You have forfeited this duel."
And he breaks his fucking 5th metacorporal boxer break. And he's like,
Yeah, and then Scar just like looks down at him and he says, "You have forfeited. You are a dishonorless cur and have forfeited any right to a duel." And then I dual claw. I rolled a 10, so I hit unless he has like 2 on his match. All right, so that's 2d6 plus 2 damage. That's 9 damage.
9 damage. And what is the cloth armor? I'm still looking at it.
Armor is at tech level 10. I think is 8.
8. So he can soak 8 damage. How much did you do in total?
10.
10?
So he takes 2 damage.
2 damage. Okay.
Unfortunately, plasma guns are kind of unwieldy in close quarters, so I'm going to try to grapple him next.
Okay,
That's my turn.
For some reason, we need to get Scar. I have this need to like give Scar like a luchador mask.
Okay, Alice obviously over here is on the radio that there's dudes coming from 3 o'clock. And I assume that considering that she's like on the opposite side to where Anita's
I kind of see that you duck down in a little alley or subway or subtunnel that leads off the chute of the main corridor.
Okay, she's going to pop out and assess how high the chances if she fires into the crowd. How high is the chance she's going to A, hit the guy she wants to, B, send a Gauss round through like 5 different civilian individuals, killing them all with a single bullet?
All right, just rule wise, I'll say if you miss, you're going to hit somebody in the crowd.
especially with a Gauss rifle, those things are hypersonic.
Yeah, that thing is just going to shred somebody.
Yeah, you think like AP ammo over penetrates like Gauss's.
Like,
Yeah.
Gauss moves nearly the speed of light.
Yeah, you're probably leaving holes in the fucking bulkhead for space to seep in.
Council member
How-
Donahue was assassinated today accidentally from 3 miles away.
A stray Gauss-Varan shot through half the station and decapitated him
Yeah.
in his office.
Dude, stray bullets are no fucking joke. Speaking from experience.
Do I take the risk and take out one of these guys over accidentally killing a civilian if I miss?
Your call. You can hold action. I will let you know that.
So, like, I can basically wait till they're out of the crowd so I don't accidentally kill somebody if I miss?
Yeah, next turn they're going to clear the crowd, and you can take an action to aim, which will give you a +1 next turn.
Okay, Alice basically gets ready to shoot, but doesn't shoot yet because she doesn't want to accidentally mow down the crowd.
Yeah, that could start a mob to kill us. That's
Yeah, I
the
would
only
not like to
reason.
kill. I would prefer not to kill like one of the Vagar guys, and then the entire Vagar enclave is like, "Aight, bet."
Yeah, they would be like that.
They're like, finally, I've been waiting for this.
Now you have Vargar Corsairs after you.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll just pull Serenity and just get all of the horde enemies to chase after us towards the evil Imperial bad guys.
Honestly, I was thinking if we start a running gunfight, we just lure it to the enemy, to the Gurkha base, so it's their problem.
I'm down.
And as you as they start clearing, sorry, there's dogs across the street going crazy.
We can't hear 'em.
Yeah, the Vargar heard you talking about them.
Yeah. Heard you were talking shit, fuckface.
All right, yeah, as they clear, they're like, "You, Catman, you better put down your weapons."
I will do no such. I will do so, but only because I am killing this man hand to hand.
They put your hands up too.
No, I don't wanna.
Okay, and that's them clearing the crowd, and they all have like little Gauss pistols. They all, but one of them is pulling out double machetes and kind of moving your way. And we'll go up to the top of who had the 12? I'm not looking at initiative right now.
I did, and we just did.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll let you guys pick which of you guys want to go first and what you're doing.
So Anita's had the gun out, and I did not. So she should probably react first.
Have any of them moved within 10 or 15 meters to where
Wait, we've been skipping Denton and CJ this whole time.
Oh, I didn't know they were there in the. And they also didn't post their initiative, so I didn't think.
So I had a 3, so mine was like way low.
Yeah, but you still would have had like 2 turns now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do that. Just do that. first.
So as they clear, you would have gone after them. So this actually puts you in an advantageous position because they have a initiative 8. You have initiative 3. So as they clear the crowd and tell Scar to put down the weapons and put his hands up, you actually have a chance to attack. And CJ, you had a 6, so that goes to you first.
I'm going to say I dog-legged to avoid their line of sight as they were coming out of the crowd, so I can strike them from the side or behind.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Uh-oh. Let's have a look. Stealth. I don't have a stealth. Rolled an 8, so it's a 5.
5. As you start coming up, sneaking up on him, as you're about to try to stab him in the back, one of them turns around and like, "What do you think you're doing?" So you're not going to get a bonus for sneak attack on this one.
Okay, fair enough.
So what are you doing?
I'm going to put my sword in. That's what I'm going to do.
What are you doing? Stabbing you. All right.
Yep.
So no bonus for sneak attack because he does see it coming, but this will be a normal style attack.
Let's see. This would be a.
I feel like we didn't have to kill these guys.
Aslan gonna Aslan.
Hey, they overreacted to a totally normal challenge for a duel. It sounds like their problem.
I'm also picturing an Aslan with like a BWAP or other species like servant who is their African safari like gun carrier, similar to like a golf caddy.
Yeah.
Gee, give me the plasma pistol. I need to kill these Solomani.
Get me my human gun.
Very good, sir.
Okay, I rolled a 7 on my melee.
All right, that would be a miss.
That would probably be a miss, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Denton, you're up.
Okay, are these guys coming? So we're positioned behind them, correct?
Yeah, they have just so they're coming from behind your position of travel. So Scar initiated contact, being a rear guard kind of action, and challenged them to a duel. They just said, "Oh, you want to fight?" Pulled out guns. Scar geeked one and just like disintegrated him, and now is like in fisticuffs with the second one.
So they're going to have to pass by us to get to Scar.
There are scars between you and them. You're
okay.
He said he was hanging back when all this went down. So you're with the main group. And,
higher team size element has emerged at my 3 o'clock from the crowd.
How many of them are there again?
4.
Okay. So wait, 3 and then the one with Scar, or 4 are popping out of the crowd?
4 popping out of the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I within? Well, I won't be in melee distance of any of them, will I?
If you're following CJ's character, I could take a agility check to close the distance. There's this kind of tight space.
I really wish you guys would stop going into melee combat with everything you find. My job a lot harder.
Rolled a 10 on dexterity, no bonus.
Okay, yeah, you're able to close the distance as they have their attention focused on Scar. You're able to close it. You're obviously not sneaking up on them, but you're moving fast enough to get to them.
With the steel chair.
Hit it with the steel chair. From the back. With the steel chair.
Okay, so approaching one of them. So would it be from the front or from behind? Would he be?
From the front.
Okay,
They're just clearing a crowd because they didn't just open fire from the crowd. They're trying to get past them. As a Scar killed one with a plasma gun. They're trying to get to a safe distance as these guys are going the other direction, and they're just now clearing the crowd.
Are the targets in the crowd? So am I going to run the risk of stabbing around them?
They just got out of the crowd, so you're not going to run a risk of stabbing anybody outside.
Okay. As rolling up, I'm going to draw my monoblade and try to bisect one vertically from the hip to the head.
All right, so there's one that's in combat with CJ. There's one that's moving towards Scar with twin machetes.
I'm going for the one with 10 machetes and just going, for those knives.
It's only 2 machetes. And there's 2 ones with Gauss pistols.
I'm going with the melee one. I'm going to go with the twin machetes and just like try to get up and just bisect them in a single movement, drawing my monosword. Okay. Well, that went horribly. There's no way that's hitting.
Okay, I was going to say 3 parry, but all right. No. 3. All right.
So he just tried to put his monosword out, and he actually hasn't unclipped it. So he's just like hugging this thing, looking rather silly in front of a guy with 2 machetes.
Yeah,
Star Trek Arena theme starts playing.
Right, you're joining Denton.
I wanted to mistake it for me just like trying not to actually harm, just like, oh no.
Yeah, he has 2 very interesting leaf-shaped blades that posted in chat what they look like. As you fail to hit him, he does a sidestep kind of diagonally off to the side and back and starts swinging them back and forth. He's like, "Oh, you want to go?"
Still tugging the sword, trying to get out of its scabbard. He's just that incompetent.
Yeah, the guy seems to be giving you enough room to actually pull the sword out so he can fight you. You kind of feel like the idea that he wants to give you enough time and actually show off his skill. He's looking for a good fight. And we'll go back up to Anitas and Chrome.
I held my action, so do I get to shoot?
Yes.
Okay, well then, so there's 2 of them are in melee combat, right?
Yes.
Then I shoot
there's 3 actually in melee combat. There's one in hand to hand with Scar. There's one in a gun to knife sword to knife fight with CJ, and another one that's a sword fight with Denton.
And then there's 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more with pistols drawn.
Okay, then I take out whichever one of them is closest to me.
Okay, pistol dude.
Okay, that is that's an 11.
Okay, so 3d6 plus 10 damage, or 4d6. What's the damage on your gun again?
3d6 plus 2.
And what's
so 3d6 plus 12 damage is what you deal.
Damn.
And then what's the armor penetration? What's the armor penetration on your gun?
6.
Okay, so it's
so he's gonna knock off 2 because he's wearing cloth armor 8.
Yeah, so
he's dead.
Yeah,
he's dead. I rolled a flat 16. I rolled 2 5s and a 6. He just gets.
Yeah, he does the whole
there's
Star Trek stun thing as he's coming out with the pistol, and it's like.
Oh, he gets
No.
he gets
The AP Gauss rifle just goes straight through his skull, but it doesn't even leave an exit hole. It's too fast. It just penetrates and goes out like
I
nothing
forgot I was
happened.
talking to. You're on the initiative order 8. I thought for some.
Yeah, but I held my action.
Yeah, but you do that on your initiative order. So you're
No,
gonna get.
holding an action means you can do it.
Oh,
you
held
can-
action. Okay, I'm tracking now. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah, held
Yeah.
action, not an aim action. Sorry, I thought you were doing an aim action. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you blast this guy. How do you turn him into a pink mist?
Well, like I already said, there's basically just the sound of a Gauss rifle shooting from one of the corridors, and then there's just a whoosh, and the guy just collapses with a tiny hole through his skull because the AP round, because Alex forgot to reload regular ammo, just penetrated him and the building behind him.
You're using
Exit
AP ammo?
wound.
Yeah, I didn't reload.
The size of the back of the skull on that thing.
All right, do we have to roll? Do we have to roll now if he murdered a building as well? Just to
They're not that powerful. Okay. So anybody else have a hold action?
No.
Okay. So Anitas and Chrome, what are you up to?
I had my aim action on the guy nearest to me. I'm assuming that's one of the pistol guys, or is it one of the melee guys?
It's up to you. If you're shooting at one of the melee guys, there is a chance you might hit one of your buddies.
Yeah, it's a stunner. They'll be fine.
All right. Are you shooting at the guy who's going fisticuffs with Gar, the guy CJ, the guy who's in a knife fight with CJ, or the guy who's in a sword fight with Denton?
No, I am shooting at the pistol guy. I just was being funny. Okay, so I will roll on that. That is a 11 to hit.
11. That is a hit. What does your stunner do? And what kind of AP?
It's no AP. It's stun trait. It's 3D damage. So I will roll that. 7 and another 6, so 13 damage.
So 3 damage after armor.
So, and where's my 3 on my die? Okay, there we go. All right. He's like, who the fuck's using a stunner? Fucking pussy.
He doesn't care.
Oh, it hurts. He's just going, who's using a stunner?
I'm trying to get us someone that we can interrogate.
Good idea.
Yeah, I gave up on getting these people alive once the plasma gun started unloading.
No, I thought stunners did something weird. They don't do damage, and I didn't know how they interacted with armor, to be honest.
They do damage, but basically they only fill up your endurance, and once they fill up your endurance, you're stunned for a number of turns. Basically, like they fill up your endurance, and then any overflow past that is additional turns that you're stunned. So they can actually neutralize people faster than guns because they only need to fill out the endurance instead of endurance plus dex or strength.
Oh, wow.
Okay, maybe they get something cool.
Yeah, but they never have like armor pen and fancy shit like that.
Okay, Anitas, or not Anitas, Chrome, what are you doing?
Okay, is drawing my stunner a free action? Okay, all right. So, I'm going to shoot at the same person that Anitas did because let's just pour it on.
Hell yeah.
He's just pissing and shitting himself from all the electrocution.
Good thing I wore my Depends today.
That is why vac suits have diapers in them.
And I rolled a 10. Or, I'm sorry, I have a 10.
Okay, that is a hit.
So roll 3d6 plus 2.
Oh, I didn't realize there's a +2 to that too. So
Your
Okay.
effect. So like any number past the target number is extra damage.
I did not.
Who you said?
Yes.
Yeah, you rolled a 10, so you have a 8 or you have a 2 effect.
18.
Holy snap. 18.
Six and a 4.
Damn.
Unless this dude has 11 plus endurance, he is stunned.
He totally goes down in the Star Trek, like in mid run, and then just goes limp.
Don't tase me, bro.
All right.
Is it my turn, or does the guy get to go first?
No, I usually default to players go first before bad guys. So
All right, I'm going to grapple him. I roll. Holy shit! At 12. Oh no, sorry, 11. So
okay.
he has to roll melee natural because I'm grappling him.
He rolled an 8.
Okay, so I won the grapple with effect 3. So what I'm doing is first I'm grappling him and like turning around so he's a human shield for me. Yeah. And then I'm doing damage equal to 2 plus the effect of the melee check, which ignores armor. So basically I grab him, I put my dew claws into him, and then I pivot around so that he's facing me, and now he
you
has
put him
2
into
gashes
like
on his
a
arm.
little like Americana with like a little AKA the come along kind of style in front of you.
Yeah, but like with knives in his arms or wherever I'm grabbing him.
Oh, you're actually
that's like-
stabbing him with your dew claw and doing that. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, he takes 5 damage.
Yeah, and
And
call
no-
it we use knives like that. Little hook
Yep.
knives like that. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
that's brutal. How much damage?
5.
5.
Ignores armor.
Ignores armor. Okay, so
Yep.
that would be 7 in total. He's not doing too good.
And he's now a human shield.
Literally a human shield, not an asshole shield. Or
Exactly.
would he be an asshole shield because he's a shield for an asshole?
No, he's a human shield. He's a human.
All right. Who's next on the? So Alice, you're up.
Okay, who of these people is still alive and not in melee combat?
There's
one
one
guy.
being used as a human shield by Scar, and then there's one who's in a sword fight with Denton, and another one's a sword fight with CJ. Or CJ, what's your character? Robert.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's his character's name.
Yeah, I couldn't remember
Right,
your
yeah.
character's name. Sorry.
Everyone's in melee one way.
Okay, I can still shoot at enemies that are in melee, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
you're gonna have a
DM
50% chance of
-2.
hitting him.
Oh, okay. I thought it was DM -2, and if you fail by less than 2, you hit your buddy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there's actually mechanics on it. So I was gonna say if you miss, there's be a 50% chance of hitting him. But yeah, that works too.
Okay, I'll shoot at the one that's fighting with Denton. I still have to pay him back for a stupid joke. So if I hit him, it's not that bad.
You
And then I
get to
instantly
give me
kill
a
him.
salami. Fuck you.
You're still hitting on a 1-up locus because of how good your character is at shooting.
I rolled 12.
Oh damn. Okay.
So you do have an opportunity here. You could shoot through me somewhere non-lethal to teach me a lesson.
Okay.
I'm just gonna headshot this guy like everything else I've shot at before. Let's see the damage.
So the normal damage is 3d6 plus 3, right?
+2.
Plus 2. So that's 3d6 plus 13 before the guy soak from his armor.
Probably gonna be gone.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
think you just bonus that
24.
off.
24 damage.
24 damage. And then what's his and then armor 8, and then what's the AP in your gun?
6, because I'm using
Okay.
AP ammo.
So that's 22 damage.
And you're shooting the guy that's fighting Denton, correct?
Denton, yeah.
Man, that's the one I
Yeah,
wanted to pull some cool, I wanted to pull some cool,
guy.
yeah, I wanted to pull some cool Arnice fucking descriptors and shit. Damn it.
Okay, so here's how does this guy die?
Oh yeah. Hey, what'd you roll?
Okay, so-
It's probably gonna be down even before
22 damage.
22, yeah.
No, it's 26.
No, 20 after his armor.
Oh, after his armor, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So describe how you take this guy out and
So he's
splatter
obviously
him
facing
all over
away
Denton.
from me. Yeah, exactly. He's obviously facing away from me. So Alice shoots him basically straight through the back of the head. The bullet, she's like kind of shooting up so that the bullet just doesn't go into the crowd and kill somebody a kilometer away. It goes into the roof, and a second later his head just explodes, like his face just explodes all over Denton, showering just in gore.
Metal.
Basically Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but he gets shot in the back of the head, so it's even more like anticlimactic.
All right. To finish off the turn, the guy hasn't realized, or because do the turn, then
Denton and CJ's turns. Denton and CJ are still up, right?
they have a higher, they have a lower initiative.
Yeah, the bad guys go first before them.
So there's only one of them up, and this is all happening at the same time. So this would be happening as you take out his team, and this would be against CJ. The guy comes at you with a monoblade knife. With a quick, I rolled a 5 plus 2, that would be a 7. So that would be a miss. And you're up, CJ. You had a 6 initiative.
Okay, make my roll.
How do you do this?
I rolled a 5, so I'm going to miss as well.
He's like, I see you're a master too.
Sure, yes.
And Denton, you got
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to roll an endurance check not to hurl.
Oh yeah, because of the salami.
He's now hurling.
It's not the blood reminded you of the salami, and now you're.
I'm now hurling. I've got a -1 endurance, and I rolled a 4.
Oh yeah, you are hurling.
Okay, that's my turn then.
projectile vomit.
Look like
It's the smell of burning brain matter.
This is just starting to look like a Postal 2 game or something.
Yeah.
All right. So technically, before you can start running away, now he knows he's the last man standing. Are you guys going to let him run? But those with a higher initiative can take him out beforehand if you want.
I'm definitely going to try to stun him too. 2 prisoners is more information.
Okay.
And that is a 9 to hit.
That is a hit. So that would be a effective 1 or 2, not 8, 9. Yeah, 2. So if you roll an 8, is that effective 0 but a success?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an effective 1. Yeah. Okay.
9 damage.
9 damage. So that's 1. You don't stun him, but he does take a little bit. He does take 1 stun damage.
Chrome.
I rolled an 11 to hit.
All right. So
Okay.
2d6 plus 3 damage.
Oh, is it 1 extra per D? Because then that should be 2 more damage.
No, it's
With
1
the
extra. Yeah, for the effect. So what did you roll to hit the guy?
I rolled a 9.
So it's 3d6 plus 1.
Okay, yeah. No, then yeah, I did it correctly.
Yeah.
So that's a 9 damage.
All right. So that's 1 damage after his armor.
Yeah. And if anybody on the 8 wants to try to catch him, give me a athletics check.
Oh, I was just
Catch
gonna
him.
quick draw my snub pistol and shoot him while still holding the human shield. Like,
Yeah. I'll let you.
Yeah, I
do
was
it,
just gonna blast him
As
too.
he starts trying to take off, you snub pistol him in the back.
I rolled a 12, and
That's
then that's for it to hit, so that's plus 4 damage. So that's 3d6 plus 1. All right, or 3d6 minus 7 after the armor. So 5 damage after his armor.
All right. He's still moving because he hasn't taken any damage outside of stun, but it does stack. So I'm going to say he's out. He's gunshot. Yeah, he's
Don't get
gunshot.
to kill him.
He just walked up. Make sure.
Or just puts the snub pistol up to his mouth and blows it out, but then nothing happens because he's wearing a boarding.
You can wear the boarding suit without the helmet on.
No, he's wearing the helmet. Stays on.
It's protection. That's
Not a space
for your
marine.
brain.
All right. Yeah. So he's still alive, but he's a gunshot. But you took him down through stun damage. So cumulative stun.
And so is the guy that's meat hooked onto my hands.
Yeah.
Or hand.
So you got 3 prisoners now.
Woo! Interrogation time.
Yeah, well, we just start dragging him back to the bloom.
So I'm gonna stabilize the one that Scar shot in the back because we don't want him to bleed out in the time it takes to get him back to the bloom.
All right, give me a
And I
medical
don't
check.
feel like mopping up blood either.
Ella just grabs one of them and starts dragging them to the ship like
Yeah,
he
you
just
have
doesn't
a whole
care.
bunch of people watching you and like, whoa, yeah, cool. Some money's changing hands.
14 on medic.
14 on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you stabilize them.
I kind of genuinely love that we basically just had a street fight and came out without any damage.
I'm very surprised that myself
Like higher initiative than they did, except CJ and Denton.
Well,
Yep.
didn't Scar get hit by?
Super advantage there.
Didn't Scar get hit with something, or did his armor take it all?
My
He
armor
took like 2 damage. Oh no, he did. He took it off.
No damage my armor because I'm wearing the boarding suit.
So are these were these Gurkha or were these just humans randomly tailing?
Don't know that yet.
Yeah,
Considering that they were wearing suits, and Ones has made a point of comparing the Solomani on the station to the Mafia, I think it was the Solomani.
Well, I am looking forward to that revelation and how Alice reacts.
You mean the fact that she killed her own countrymen?
And let's take a little break, bio break, and we'll meet up back on the bloom.
You know what you need to do, Denton? Or what Denton needs to do now? Denton needs to take the leftovers of that salami and force feed it to the prisoners.
Oh no.
No,
Oh, Alice was just going to waterboard them.
it's not a war crime. They're organized crime.
It's not waterboarding to use diesel.
It's not a war
Yeah.
crime. We're in a lawless world. Nobody
Yeah.
cares.
It's not a war crime if there's not a war.
It's only a war crime during wartime.
Remember, the secret ingredient is crime.
All right, so we're all back. So let's. I'm going to say Chrome has stabilized the prisoners that are wounded, such as patching up the giant gashes of Dumark cuts that you meat hooked in the arms. And where
Yep.
do you guys putting them?
After policing them for weapons, I think we just lock them in a stateroom for now.
All right, go ahead and give yourself 6 Solomani Gauss pistols.
Hell yeah.
I would like.
Do we
to
have
come
anything
physical,
else
please.
useful on them?
They do have cloth armor, tech level 10.
Actually,
Okay, so
how
they
many
don't have,
prisoners did we? How many did we take alive? 3.
3.
Okay, then we just strap them all to the beds in the med bay. Like they get the psych ward grippy treatment.
Are we going to interrogate them at all?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what.
And do we have any fancy drugs we can use for it?
No, we have water and a bucket and a towel. That's all
And
Alice needs.
And the persuade skill.
a very
That's all we
damp,
need.
a very damp salami.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, I thought you were already back. I'm sorry.
It's
We
fine.
haven't really started, so they're just. I'm just figuring out what they're doing with the prisoners. They have them strapped to the med bay, and they're talking or med bay beds, and they're asking if they have any pool drugs for them.
Yeah, Star's just berating the prisoners as they're strapped to the med bays, saying how they are utterly without. You are utterly without honor.
And Anitas is in the middle of all that, also talking over him, saying, I'm going to need your name before we start anything that needs to be documented as a potential crime or violation of human rights that just needs to be cataloged just for paperwork purposes.
You're asking Scar or the guys on the table?
No, the guys on the table. She's going up to each of them and like just rattling through a whole bunch of just fine print that makes no sense for the situation, other than that she just wants to document how they break and what they had to do that was illegal.
We really
Nothing
should
illegal's here, so.
Exactly.
All right, you get their names. Put random Solomani gangster names
Oh God.
like Guido.
Fucking veto names. All right.
Is Alice in range to hear their Solomani names?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just actually basically standing guard at the door in her full combat armor. Very important. She has her face covered, so they can't see who she is.
Okay. You put the visor down.
But it is very obvious to them that she's wearing their outfit's armor, just painted over.
You're wearing a very belligerent Solomani kit.
Yes, I'm carrying a Solomani Gauss rifle and I'm wearing Solomani combat armor.
Right.
You could have bought that here.
I already had it.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, but they don't know that it's not surplus that you just bought here.
Yeah. But basically, Alice's approach is she's going to see what the others get out of them, and if they don't, then she's going to do the job herself. And the guys are probably not going to live.
Okay, so where do you guys got them strapped down, and you have the Highlanders watched them. Do you guys want to discuss how you're going to interrogate them, or go straight in the interrogation? I don't know what you guys want to do here. I'll let you guys have the scene.
Yeah, this is an officer decision. Scar doesn't care about the details. Well, yeah, but Scar doesn't care about the details. Intelligence work is for females. But males can do some of that too.
And Anitas is low-ranking enough on the totem pole of officers in this group that she's just now looking up their names in various crime databases she has access to, just because.
Give me a computer check.
Cool. That would be a 7. Oh, I'm sorry, 8. 8.
8. Okay. You find one of them. Guido has done time in Imperial Prison for interfering with trade at a starport, aka stealing cargo or stealing trade. The planet. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
the planet of Sharik.
Okay.
So,
I bring those details to good old Count Robert and hand them off.
It also says that he's suspected to be connected with the Solomani Syndicate.
very good. Thank you very much. Are they all
Why were you following us?
Hold on, Scott. Hold on, Scott.
Just
So they're all
Hold on. Are you guys all in the med bay, or are you in another room before you go in for the interrogation?
I'm definitely present. We're definitely in a different room. We don't want them to overhear our plan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then just in
assuming
demonstration of what we shall do, Dent brings out a bucket, the 3/4 salami, and a bottle of water, and makes no explanation and just leaves it on the table.
They're all conscious.
Did you guys wake them up? I kind of assumed you
No.
did, since you were questioning them.
Yeah,
Well, then,
to
yeah,
get
then
their
they have
name,
to
I
be
would have, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
You got the Highlanders who can watch them.
Well, I
Greetings,
suppose
greetings, gentlemen.
we're not
like-
interrogating them yet.
Yeah, I would like
Talking about what
to
we
know if you were able to provide some answers to why you were following us, who you are, what you're doing here, and such. And I would really like it if you can say this now. Otherwise, I'm going to go back to my stateroom and I'm going to leave you with my good friend here. And I just pat Denton on the shoulder.
Hey, our boss just told us to watch and keep an eye on you, and your buddy came over here and started fucking shooting us.
And your boss is?
Let me think of a cool name.
Meatball Alfredo.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, I'm laughing at that name. Yeah. Boss Alfredo told us to watch, keep an eye on you. Didn't tell us why.
I posted
Do I
a
know
picture
him?
of him.
Actually, have I heard of his name?
Do you have any contacts or knowledge in the Solomani Syndicate? Or something you'd roll? Like, do you have Streetwise?
Yeah.
Give me a Streetwise roll.
No, that's not going to be good enough. That's a 7.
No, you don't. You're not familiar with them.
Okay.
Does anybody else have Streetwise?
No.
I do.
Anitas is just there taking notes at Robert's elbow.
I rolled a 10 for int Streetwise.
Okay, you know he's the local head of the Solomani syndicates in the subsector here, in the this kind of region of space.
Why is the meatball rolling in our business?
I don't think you should call the boss that, but he didn't tell us. He told us to keep an eye on
He is renowned for his girth, down to Kushu itself.
Kushu?
Yes, the Aslan homeworld in the Dark Nebula sector.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Scar just gives him a look like, really?
Anitas takes a note. Clearly uneducated.
Scar nods.
But yeah, all the boss told us was that you guys had something that that they want. I don't know what. Just keep an eye on you so we can when they call in the big guys, they can actually know where you're at and deal with you from there. I'm just a lowly soldier. I don't need a lot of this trouble from likes of a fucking merc outfit like you. It looks like.
You're not even made, are you? Are you, Guido?
And as they say that they're going to quote unquote, so they can call in the big guys. Obviously, Alice perks up a little bit because that obviously means calling in battle dress to board our ship.
I'm not sure if the Solomani Syndicate would have thugs would have battle dress.
It's all
We already know they have battle dress.
No, they don't.
The Kukri. Oh wait, the Gurkhas do.
Yeah, the Gurkhas.
Gurkhas are an accredited Mercian. They're like a big ancient Mercianate.
Oh, okay.
Like if they,
Well, that
if
means
they
they would
actually
pull in
have
the
some
Gurkhas.
kind of if they actually have some kind of connection to the original Gurkhas, they've been operating for over 3,000 years.
I mean, don't we already know that the Gurkhas work with the Syndicate? I thought that was cleared out.
You know the leader of the Gurkha, the column Gurkhas are associated with the Solomani Syndicate.
So obviously, them calling in the big guys means calling in the Gurkhas to get the coins back.
Yeah, so I guess the Gurkhas got word of that we're enemies ahead of our arrival here, which I guess
you have a coin that was sending out the signal.
Yeah,
so they know you have.
Ooh, so they might have a scion.
We might want to dust off planet just to finish this interrogation and make our plans before instead of just sitting in one spot.
We dust off planet, they might not let us back.
And remember, we were gone looking to kidnap Dr. Sukas or whatever in the first place.
I just am giving a prudent defensive point of they know where we are, and while we are on the ground, you know what? I know what. Anitas will just make sure all of the systems are ready to power up. That's what she'll do.
We have at least a week before the Kukri gets here. Probably more like 2.
There's already ground forces here, and as you pointed out, the
Gurkhas would have battle dress.
Yeah.
But we don't know what the Gurkha. Yeah, but we don't know what the Gurkha presence here is, and we can deal with battle dress. We have a ship. If they try to attack us in the landing bay with battle dress, we just blow them up with the ship in statue because they can't damage it, and we can just blow them out of the hangar with it. The only real danger is something like the Kukri dropping into real space and then just bombing us from orbit while we're landed, but that won't happen for at least a week.
And that might piss off a lot of locals too. So
yeah, they're not going to do that.
Yeah, if we're in the berth, it's a nice defensible position and we can take off anyway. So we're staying in this berth as long as we have to. That's the safest place for us to be right now.
Okay. I bet because there's only like 1 or 2 ways in. So if they try to come at us with battle dress, Alice can just sit at the back of the berth and just blast them with the AP Gauss rifle till they're all dead.
We could just use the ship's turrets to cover the doorway, I guess.
Yes, that was my whole point. We're in the most defensible place on the planet for us right now.
Yeah. So we're going to ask these guys any more questions, or shall I move on to a few questions I have?
Go ahead.
So Dent rolls up, pulls out his glass, sets it on the table, pours the water into the glass. Drink.
Oh no, I know where this.
You have him restrained.
I'm gonna leave him. I don't care. He's just just say drink and just see how he reacts.
He just kind of looks at you like you're a little weird.
See, everyone, see, they don't drink water.
But I thought you said that was salami.
They are salami. I just point to them just like ways like as it's obvious.
And you just cocks her head to the side as she's reevaluating how racist Denton is.
See, salami don't drink water. They add all the hydrogen to it to control you. Don't you see?
You got any more questions for me? As he looks at Denton.
Anita's is like,
I'm sorry?
Dent just goes, don't interrupt me, grabs his hair, slams him onto the glass so it breaks on his face.
And as he does that, Alice comes up from behind and grabs Denton by the nape.
And he's like,
This is not helping, idiot.
yeah, that's
They
not
won't
helping at
drink
all.
water!
Kind of points
That's what hydrogen, I say!
He kind of points to the restraints on his hands, like, I can't drink the water from if I wanted to.
Oh yeah. Carry on. Just walks away.
Who currently has the watercolor of Dr. Sukas?
I figure it's handy somewhere.
I was actually going to get to that, and considering that Alice had already stepped up to pull Denton away from being an idiot, and she's internally seething at his racist remarks, but it's also really funny because she's ultra racist, and this pisses her off, somebody being racist at her, and she's like, we're looking for a man.
It's a Solomani.
Yeah, it's all cool as long as it's me doing it. And she looks at the guy who just almost got his face smashed in with a glass, and she's like, we're looking for a scientist.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name because you didn't write it down.
I forget. Yeah. Dr. That picture, that's Dr. Or not, our boss, Alfredo.
No, I thought we were asking about
The scientist.
Ancient Aliens hair guy.
Oh, no, look at the chat. There's a picture that Bill posted.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, but what's his name?
Alfredo, yeah.
No, the name of the
Scientist?
scientist is Christ's sake. The scientist's name is
Giorgio A. Tsoukalos.
Tsoukalos.
Sukalos. Yeah, Dr. Sukalos. You talking about him?
Yeah, I know him, and we're looking for him.
Yeah, the that merc unit has him on guard over at our place. He's kind of a weirdo.
Yeah, he's always been a weirdo, and it's clear that if they have some kind of history, Alice did not enjoy being in class with him.
No, you don't know him personally. You know him from your studies of history, and you would know that he probably shouldn't be 3,000 years old, and he's walking around. That's humans. Even with anti-gavics, humans don't live that long.
Yeah, obviously.
Unless they were in a low birth.
I guess that could work. Yeah.
Huh.
So I need to look up in low births. How long can you keep somebody alive in a low birth?
It's not specified. As long as a low birth is maintained and powered.
As long as it benefits the story, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of like Scotty being stuck in a transporter.
Exactly.
Which is why I postulated that you're legally dead while in a low birth.
Yep.
Well, how about you tell me a bit about the layout of your building?
Yeah, it used to be an old theater that they had on this world before the Reavers took it over back in the old days. Been around for a long time. So generic like opera theater kind of like set up with like balconies up top and like seating on the bottom, that kind of, and like hallways and
Lots of back doors,
lots of
stuff like
back doors, 2-story building. I'll do before we go there next session. I'll do a floor plan of it for you guys, like a generic floor plan if you need it.
How many mercs are stationed at the theater?
Currently right now we got 4 some officer. Yeah, I guess they're waiting for their main ship to come in. They're gonna link up with some other one.
Huh. You know more than I expected you would.
We sit around the bar and talk a lot. I don't know too much about the specifics, but after your buddy geeked My friend, I don't want any fucking plasma guns pointed at me.
And Alice chuckles a little bit. Good. That makes things a lot easier for us. And you? Is there anything else that you think would be worth telling us?
We're with the Solomani Syndicate. You don't really want to mess with them?
Why? Do they have orbit bombardment-proof bunkers?
I suppose we've already killed... There was like a total of 6 guys. We killed 3 of them and took 3 of them prisoner, right?
You killed
Yeah,
3.
he's saying there's 4 Gurkhas plus an officer.
Yeah, in the building.
Then-
I
then
suppose we've already messed with you since 3 of you are our hostages and the other 3 are dead. So I think we're far past that point. Of course, since you're collaborating, once we leave the planet, we'll let you go.
Okay. Thanks, I guess.
But if
And
your
then
stupid
Alice-
interferes, you will die.
And how am I interfering from yours?
Not you, your associates. Don't tell me you're the only presence of Solomani Syndicate on the planet.
No, we're not.
Yeah, of course not.
This is kind of the subsector headquarters, though.
Yeah, so Scar takes out a communication and he says, "You're going to call your boss and you're going to tell him not to interfere with our actions or you will all die."
I don't think you should do that.
No?
No, I think
back to
that's-
communicator.
That's a bad idea.
I mean, we could demonstrate that we can drop a orbital weapon on them, but maybe not.
We can't. We can't.
We're not gonna do that here.
while we're in the
Like,
port.
this is,
Oh no, we're not while we're in the port. I mean, just
and also if you fly up there and drop an orbital weapon on here, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get pissed off that you just blew up the major city, even if they're
yeah, no. I mean, demonstrate that we have that capability.
By what? Blowing up the city we're threatening to blow up?
Yeah.
Just showing them a picture of what one of these looks like and where it,
We'll
They-
send
I
them
don't
a
think-
picture of Dent, partially dressed, riding the missile with a cowboy hat.
cowboy hat and a camouflage speedo.
Yes.
They may not have anti-terrorism laws, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people with guns who would not take kindly to us threatening terrorism.
I think the more low key we stay, and the faster we get done and away from here, the better.
That is.
I mean, we could just put them on, all 3 of them, strapped to hand carts and roll them up to the front door and be like, "Hey, we have some business."
I
Just
was going to suggest we just put them in the low berths till we leave, and then let them go when we do.
I mean, these guys are basically criminals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like the space
This is the mob.
Okay, then it's just Venom. Self-cleaning.
I still think we should just keep them as hostages.
Yeah.
What sort of
Hostage.
crime lord takes hostages? Like, just vent them.
No, see, the thing is, if we keep them as hostages, if we have like a standoff situation where like we're gonna blow up your ship from the outside, we can always be like, "Yeah, we have 3 of your guys. You let us go. We let them go."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If only because we can't do anything with them if they're dead.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We also have been developing a reputation as a very reasonable, less violent, like overwhelming violence when we need it, when there's a clear threat, but otherwise willing to like let our opponents leave safely. That may pay off for us in the end if we don't just suddenly start murdering prisoners.
Yeah, so we're not gonna call them hostages, but they are prisoners. And if the enemy is being fucky, then we can't release them safely. I guess we got to kill them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not hostages. They're unwilling leverage.
Yeah,
Their life insurance
they're
policies.
prisoners of war, and then we retroactively change our mind into them being prisoners and are summarily executed as Frank Tijo's.
Wait, we've got a lawyer on the team, don't we?
Yes.
So, is there any way we could take out life insurance with us as the beneficiary of these guys?
So you're going to pull a
No.
Walmart?
Yes.
Oh no.
I do have their names.
Let's
That's the idea.
life insurance policies here.
No, the premiums would be too high at a Law Zero world. There's
Yeah.
no fucking life insurance here.
What Anitas will do, though, is take an insurance policy form, and under the policy number, put each of their names, and then stick each of those policy forms onto their chest, so they know that they are the policy
Holy
number.
shit. As a BWAP, you're using paperwork as a form of torture.
Yes,
Huh?
based.
That has to be on the bingo somewhere. These guys are kind of looking at you like you're kind of weirdos, but also a little scared after blasting these guys.
Good.
Incidentally, I'm using a sticky label so that the policy number field is just basically taped to each of their foreheads, so when they look at each other, they know exactly what's going on.
Okay. The paperwork I think got you torture or inhumane treatment by using insurance forms as a means of psychological torture.
Oh, psychological torture sounds like a them problem.
I think we've gotten most of the.
Bingo.
I was just giving them their official paperwork validation so that they know that they have a guaranteed survival as long as, we don't need to collect.
Fair. I was just checking off a box on the bingo.
Oh, I know.
And taking hostages.
I'm also just doing semantics because combat lawyer.
Yeah, hostages. I don't have any defense for that. I'll be real with you, Chief.
Same.
I think at this point we can dump them in the low berths and move on with finding that doctor.
Yeah.
We know there's 5 Gurkhas defending the facility, plus minus however many syndicate guys are there.
Hey, Soviet, how much time do you have left? Because you did mention when you first hopped on.
I got about 20 minutes.
It seems like a good place to wrap it up now, unless there's some small things we need to do.
Yeah, we'll use the last 20 minutes to wrap up the session here. And
cool.
I'm reading through all the bingo stuff. You guys haven't dismembered anybody yet.
No.
Does decapitating them count?
No, well, that's just killing them.
That's
this is talking like disfiguring prisoners.
Technically, dismemberment could be something we could cross off the bingo without it actually being horrible, given my character and regrow limbs. But let's not try it.
Yeah, we're not doing that to you.
Trying to go on purpose, but you have talked about terrorism, but you haven't actually done it.
This is more like Alice cutting off somebody's hand to get them to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
And she would do that.
It's like there's wotan murder on here. You've killed people, but you haven't wotanly murdered anybody.
Yeah, it's not murder if it's combat.
Exactly.
You just break their foot and then use the Fallout show foot replacement surgical thing.
Oh, terrible.
Ugh.
Anything else you guys can think of in this session? You guys have got a little bit more info, things that are going on.
Now I think we got to raid that fucking base before they have time to reorganize and prepare a real defense or hire more extra muscle for security.
That gives me enough to plan for next session.
Yeah, Anitas will be definitely getting her brand new powered plate up and running.